Hey guys, what's up? It is your girl, Mimi Rochelle, coming back at you on this gloomy Thursday here in the Shy with my review of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, last week I was MIA on the first episode, and I figured, why the fuck am I going back? Let's just move forward. So we about to get into this episode 2. Now, let me just give you a few little tidbits from episode 1. Which I feel like are relevant to this situation we got going on. Now, mind you, I've been watching Real Housewives from the beginning when it was Adrian and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Lisa, Kyle, all of them. So I am a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills connoisseur when it comes to knowing my history in regards to this franchise, honey. So I will say that Garcelle was a great addition to the cast, replacing Lisa Vanderpump. Sutton, not so much, but we'll get into that. But here's episode 2. Let's get into it. So the episode starts off with Dorit and PK at the new house. Now, to be quite honest, I like the old house better than the new house. But I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to keep up with Lisa, with the Vanderpumps, honey. You know, it's nice. It's cute. It's quaint. I do think your old space was bigger than this space. And the fact that you moved out of a space which had everything I feel like you needed, the closet and all of that. You had everything you needed to a smaller space where now you got to go buy a house for $6.9 million, I think it said, and then still have to do some work to it. I ain't buying no $6 million house and I still got to do shit to it. That motherfucker need to be move in ready. But that's what you get when you get white folks with a whole bunch of them coins. They want to go and they want to buy expensive, and then they don't want to rebuild and reconstruct expensive shit. Whatever the case may be, the new house is cute or whatever. Dorit and PK. But then PK and Dorit, they do the little confessional, and they just explain they financial troubles. And I think for white folks, I think that is like, you can cheat, you can say I'm cheating, you can say I'm gay, you can say I fuck animals, but please, baby, don't say I'm broke. Okay, they won't explain all that other shit. But when you talk about they broke and they ain't got no coin, honey, this man sat down for a whole confessional about the shit. And to be quite honest, only people that feel self-conscious about you being rich people broke is y'all. Like, and y'all letting these tabloids antagonize y'all about some shit that ain't even relevant. You know what I'm saying? And Dorit, PK told you right, stop looking at that shit. At the end of the day, clearly y'all not broke. Y'all done moved into the $6.9 million house. Y'all reconstructing fucking closets. Like, clearly y'all not broke. I don't believe you're broke. Do I believe at some point, all rich white people make bad business investments and lose money and shit like that, and they bounce back. This motherfucker is the manager for Boy George, so clearly, if Boy George trusts him, I believe he's okay. He wasn't in the financial straits as everybody as Camille was trying to make it out to seem. Like, it's not that good. And side note, we haven't seen Miss Camille Grammer yet on this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I know it's only been 2 episodes in, but where you at, Miss Camille Grammer, Donatachi, and whatever your new last name is? Whatever your new last name is, where you at, girl? Stirring the pot, honey. But they explained the financial issues. And I guess the explanation was cute or whatever, just like the house. So we gonna move on. So Miss Fancy, honey, Garcelle and Allie Landry. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know who Allie Landry is, but she was one of them 90s hot white actresses that, was around. You know what I'm saying? And so her and Garcelle go and look at Garcelle's new house. Now, my first thought, when I seen where they was driving, I'm like, bitches, you moving to the valley? Like, I get you want a new change of scene, a new change of pace, and you want to shed the light and the skin of your old husband. Bitch, you gonna move to the valley? It's plenty of motherfucking houses in Windsor and Baldwin Hills that's aching and begging for you and your sons to come in and live in. And I'm sure as much as you paid for that damn house that looked like you in the valley, honey, it's a house in the hood, the bougie hood, that'll do you just as well, motherfucker, and it'll keep you centrally located. Like I don't understand, and I think that's another one of the reasons why I have not moved back to California yet. Is because when I move home, I'm moving to the city. I don't want to move to the valley. I hate fucking traffic. I hate sitting in traffic. It gets under my skin. Like it burns my butthole. Okay? So, regardless if the property is cheap or not, the traffic is what's going to drive me, and I'm not going to do it. And that's why I haven't moved, because I want to live in a city. Point blank, defuck, period. Pasadena, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was born in Pasadena. I moved to Pasadena. You know what I'm saying? Like a rich white woman, Erica. Okay. But I'm not moving to no motherfucking valley. And I don't understand why you moved all the way to the valley. That's what I'm assuming, because that's what it looked like. Okay. Um, but then Garcelle gets to getting into her little backstory about her husband and why they got divorced. Now, when they showed the picture of the husband, I'm like, fancy, he ugly as hell. Like, what the fuck was you thinking? All these fine-ass black men you been around? Shit, Jamie Foxx, Eddie Murphy, motherfucking shit. All these fine-ass black men you been around, and you go get you a motherfucking nerdy-ass, frail-ass, pale-ass white boy? What the fuck? I was so shocked. Now, I knew she was married to a white man, and there's nothing wrong with being with a white man. Let me just say that. But the caliber of white man that she chose to betroth is beyond me. Okay? And then the ugly-ass white man had the nerve to be motherfucking cheating for 5 years. 5 years? Who the fuck was cheating with this ugly-ass white man for 5 years? And what did you get out of it? Like, he had to be paying for some cars, cribs, clothes. He had to be doing something, because that white man is ugly and he looked like he got a little penis. Okay, now I'm going to just keep that all the way to real. But then Garcelle proceeds to tell us, like, listen, as I found that out, I went slam ham and sent the email to his coworkers, which I felt like, white man, you better be glad that's all her motherfucking Haitian ass did. You better be lucky she ain't call the people down to the islands and put a root on your white ass. You better be lucky she ain't come busting and breaking windows out your motherfucking car. You better be lucky that she ain't cut your balls off and hand them to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some motherfucking nerve cheating on fancy fine ass. But it just goes to show you, it's not how fine you are. It's not how much long hair you got. It's not about none of that. It's about a man making the decision to do what the fuck that man wants to do, with no regard of what the fuck the consequence is going to be afterwards. And clearly, he paid to play. And he paid dearly, okay? Because clearly, the house that Garcelle living in, that's still it's her house. It's not their house, it's her house. And I get why she want to move, but at the same time, bitch, why you want to move all the way to the valley? Girl, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. So then we get to Teddy and Lisa Rinna, working out, going for a hike. And that scene really didn't give me too much. They were talking about the Amelia Gray, and she can't handle being in school and modeling. And I think that it ain't even about, because they wanted to bring it back to the anxiety. And I just think, as a teenager, being a model, that's a 24/7 job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be on point. Even if you're not on the runway, even if you're not on a photo shoot, you still have to be at your top of your game every single second of the day. And then on top of that, you're going to school. Now, I don't know what school she was going to, but if you basically have a full-time job and you're going to school full-time and you've never worked full at all in your life, you know what I'm saying? And you've been coddled your whole life. Of course, you're going to have difficulty moving across the country, moving into your own space, having to work a full-time job, and having to go to school. I don't think that's anxiety that has anything to do with it, and they want to play it off. Well, she has anxiety, she has this, she has that. No, She put too much on her plate and she can't handle it. Like any 19 or 20-year-old wouldn't be able to. You see, Kendall, that bitch ain't go to college. It was either I'm going to college or I'm modeling. You can't do both. It has to be either or. Now, personally, I would like to see the little girl stay in school and become something other than a model. You know, yeah, modeling is always going to be there. That girl's always going to be skinny. It's in her genes. She's always going to be pretty. She has the money to do what she needs to do to keep her pretty. And I think an education and a degree would be far more fulfilling for that young girl. And cultivating relationships at her school would be far more fulfilling than her walking down the runways of Paris. Because all that's going to do, if she does have anxiety, is enhance that. Because she has people criticizing her 24 hours a day, looking at her 24 hours a day, holding her to expectations and standards that clearly she can't hold up to or has trouble holding up to or living up to without assistance. Okay, so that's just my spill on that. I'm not going to tell people how to raise their kids or, but I do think that working full time and going to school full time is hard for anybody, not just her ass. Shit, it was hard for me. That's why I worked full time and went to school part time. At some point in time, like, you can't do both. You can't do both. So, I mean, yeah, but miss me with that. Then Sutton called me for dinner, which it really didn't give me too much. I don't like Sutton's energy. I think she's lame. I think she's corny. I think she might be borderline racist. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. That's just the energy she gives me. I really feel like she'll get drunk enough, and if a black person pisses her off, she will call them a nigger. That's just me, but we'll see. Like I said, I didn't get a lot from that scene with her and Kyle. It was like, you use it. You talking about this yacht wear, and Kyle like, well, I don't got a yacht, so I ain't calling it no yacht wear, and then she's like, something about whatever she said at the end of the dinner, which was yacht rock, and motherfucking Kyle was like, what the fuck is yacht rock, bitch? I thought she was trying to say baccarat, ho, on the real, like, I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. But then when she said yacht rock, like, bitch, Kyle just told you she don't have no yacht, so why would she know what yacht rock is? Hell, that's probably some shit you made up, to be quite honest. But once again, really not feeling Sutton, but we gonna have to see. Okay. All right, now, Denise and Big Dick Aaron, y'all. Okay, I like Big Dick Aaron. I like Big Dick Aaron, honey. Okay, he's fine. He got a body. He's into that holistic shit. And he look like he'll fuck you for 5 hours. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I don't want your man. You look like you didn't share them enough, Denise. But I don't want your man. But I like Big Dick Aaron. So Denise tells Aaron about Teddy talking about, breaking the news to her about Teddy, about Charlie talking about Denise in the blogs. So basically what I got from that conversation is Charlie don't want to pay child support. He filed he filed paper in the courts. Denise responded. He didn't like her response, so he felt like he needed to blast her on the blogs, which is some bitch ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand... You don't want to pay child support at all. Not, we want to lower it because I'm not working and this. You don't want to pay child support at all. Like, how you rich and you a deadbeat? And then what I found and what we do as women is even when we know the man is still trying to screw us and fuck us, we still try to protect them. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to protect the image that her children have of their father. And you want to sit up there and you want to go to the blogs because you quote unquote rich broke. Nigga, you ain't broke. Okay? But what it is you over there miserable with them 4 letters on your back. And now you want everybody to be miserable. You know what I'm saying? And I can see if you had... Now, maybe you don't want to pay child support because you feel like it's like a 50-50 custody split. I don't know. But what I do know is that's some deadbeat ass shit to not want to pay no child support at all. And then when you don't like the response your baby mama give you, then all of a sudden she this and she that and she got issues. You nigga, you got AIDS. You got issues. Okay, you got bigger fish to fry in your life than I have in mine. And ain't nothing wrong with having AIDS. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having AIDS. What I'm saying is you have a lot more things in your life to want to be going on with you in your life to that I feel like you should be more positive instead of negative. And that is the biggest bunch of negativity I've ever heard, to have some person that has money that says, I don't want to pay you child support. And I think the only reason too why she don't want to pay her child support is because she done got married to that man. You know what I'm saying? And he done stuck his dick in everything fucking moving, and he still can't find happiness. And he's fucking jealous. He's fucking jealous of Denise and Big Dick Aaron. And guess what? If you wasn't laying it low and spreading it wide with every goddamn Tom, Dick, Harry, Jane, and Mary, bitch, maybe you wouldn't be over there sitting over there sulking with the 4 letters on your back. But that's just me, okay? that's just me, okay? And like I said, I think it's some deadbeat ass shit. And then also in that scene, Denise reveals that she has hernias. And that the reason why she has hernias is because she does a lot of heavy lifting. Now, I don't think that the heavy lifting is from picking up her daughter. I think over time, that's just something that forms. She's very, she works out. Her and the husband work out. So I'm sure this is just something that's been exacerbated over time. And her having to pick up the daughter probably didn't help the situation. But I don't think it was because she picking up the daughter as much as she is. So then we get to Garcelle and Erica meeting for lunch, which I definitely love this scene because Erica is my favorite. And then I'll just want to see how her and Garcelle played off of each other. And they played very well. I must say, I want to see them, Erica, Garcelle, and maybe Lisa Rinna have more scenes together because I feel like they, I like them. Okay, but in that scene, Garcelle reveals not only does she have the twins, but she also has a 28-year-old son who is fine, by the way, and he black, and he black. He this color black, not that color black. Okay, so who has a baby on the way? So Garcelle is about to be a glammy, honey. Congratulations on becoming a glammy, honey. And I think you're at the age to be. I think Garcelle's like 50, like late 40s, early 50s. So. I mean, it's about that time, girl. You fly. And you still gonna continue to be fly. But you're gonna be somebody grandma. Fly as hell. And that's okay. I wanna be a fly ass grandma. Whew, baby. I wanna be a fly ass grandma. So ain't nothing wrong with it. So she reveals that she's about to be a grandma. And they like, shit, bitch, we need a drink. Which I feel, but y'all alright. Erica, you gonna be alright too, bitch. You gonna have a grandchild. You gonna be on Broadway. Okay? You gonna be alright. That ain't gonna stop your show. Trust and believe. If your 80-year-old husband ain't stopped your show, trust me, a baby that you don't even got to take care of, hell, damn near don't have to see, ain't gonna stop your show neither, okay? Then they get into talking about Erica and Tom's relationship. Like I just said, Tom is 80, which I feel like I knew that. I'm glad to see because I know last season he had the heart attack, so I'm glad to see that he's moving around, he's up and about, he's doing his thing, And then so Garcelle, which asked the question that I've been wanting to ask, you know what I'm saying? How is the dick, girl? So Erica took a minute because I feel like she had to think about it, and kind of what are the right words to say. And I mean, she said the right thing, it's all right. It's cool. I mean, we ain't fucking for forever, he get what he need to get and then we move on, and it's so funny because when I was looking at this scene, I had a conversation with my goddad the other day, and he was saying how when you get older, you don't be fucking like that. It takes you longer to recover. So I figure if he said at 60, it take him about a week to recover after busting a nut. I'm sure at 80, it probably take him like a month and a half. So I'm sure she like, shit, let's get it in because at the end of the day, you ain't going to touch me for another week anyway or another month. So I'm sure it's okay. And I'm sure he gives you something he can feel as long as he can give it at 80, Erica. And I am not mad at it, honey, because guess what? He ain't going nowhere, ain't going nowhere. Y'all go, truth be told, if with y'all, it is going to be a death, honey. Ain't no divorce in that particular situation. And then it just warmed my heart to see how much, you feel like it's superficial. She's the younger wife. He's the older guy. It has to be for money. And when she started crying at the table about how good of a man Tom has been to her and her son, which shouts out to Erica for finally revealing her son, even though it was a picture of him when he was 8, it was still like good to see, because I was like, girl, who's this phantom son? That's the police officer. And what does he look like? But I'm glad we were able to take a glimpse into that and see them, see the son when he was little. But just to see her break down about the love that this man has for her and her kid is so heartwarming. And like Garcelle said, like at the end of the day, I know that that's out there. Maybe I just haven't found it yet. And I feel the same way. Like, it's out there. There's men out here that want to embrace you, that want to embrace your kids, and is willing to step up and do the things that another man clearly is not wanting or trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I was I shed a little tear at the table. I'm like, woo, child, let me go get me something to drink. But it's a little too early, and I gotta work after I finish this shit. So I love that scene at the table at lunch with Erica and Garcelle. Next scene was Teddy sending the invites to the girls for the retreat. Really didn't give me too much, She was kind of like, take it or leave it. Either y'all gonna come or you not. Which I feel like is some true shit to say. If you don't, because every time Teddy invites them to something, it's always some bullshit. It's always some drama. It's always, I don't want to do this, or it's just always something. So I felt her when she said, you could come. I just want you could come or don't come. But if you're going to come, just keep it cordial, keep it cute, and keep it moving. That's all I'm going to ask. Don't cause no shit in front of these people, because y'all coming for free. These people is paying. Don't fuck up my money because y'all know how to act. And y'all hoes don't know how to act sometimes. Okay? And also, too, I feel like that is the pregnancy talking. Pregnancy does provide you with a little bit of truth serum. You know what I'm saying? And she's definitely going to be the sober one out of the group. So she's going to really be that moral compass. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to say, listen, and she's going to, shit, take it or leave it, bitch, I'm pregnant. Ain't nobody got time to be dealing with y'all hoes. Either y'all coming or you're not. Okay? You're coming or you're not. Here come AJ. Okay? And so Denise has her surgery on the hernias, and Big Dick Aaron is taking care of her, as he should, okay? And really didn't give me too much. I'm just glad to see that, Denise got her hernias taken care of, and that the Big Dick Aaron is taking care of her. And that was a nice-ass hotel. I ain't gonna even lie. And so now we all know we've been living. Erica is playing Roxy Hart on Broadway. So the scene between her and Tom was really touching, really heartwarming. Her signing her contract saying, yes, she will play Roxy Hart on Broadway. And then just the interaction once again with her and Tom of seeing a man that's appreciative of the woman that he married and has seen grow and mature and become the star that is now about to be Roxy Hart on Broadway. And I just love it. And I cried in this scene too, because you never really see Erica cry. So the fact that she's broke down twice. She's definitely being more vulnerable in the show. I think that's wonderful. I think it's beautiful. And it made me shed a tear, girl. I ain't gonna even lie. Don't cry no more, Erica, this season. And so then we go back to Aaron and Denise. Aaron's still taking care of Denise. Love to see that. I want some of the machines he brought in there for her, because I feel like they work miracles, not only post-surgery, just in general. I need to Google his center in LA so I can find out exactly what the fuck he doing, if I can get in on that shit. And then the Sutton store opening, it really didn't give me much. Like I said, I'm really not feeling Sutton, so I mean, her store don't even look like it's selling anything. Like, what you say? I didn't see no furniture. I saw the couture dress that you had at the beginning and a few little vanity plates and some shit I feel like I get down at the fashion district that you about to charge $50 million for, that I can probably get for $100 down at the fashion district. But it really didn't give me much. So we're going to wait to see for next week's episode 3 with this dinner party. You know, it always go down with the white folks at the dinner party, honey. So I can't wait to see the dinner party. And that's about it with this episode. So, yeah, please be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll be back next week with episode 3. I'm going to try to get the New York City hoes out the way today. Probably later on after I get some work done. I got 2 episodes to catch up on that. I saw last week's episode 2, so now it's 3 and 4. Got to catch up on that. And then I still got to bring my Insecure review for y'all hoes, which I'm going to bring to you. I haven't watched it yet. So, I'm out. Have a good day.